this joint.
Is one of the top individual solo players. We talk about that
Shit just got real, chat.
But a lot of these players are going to go all out to try to get early kills, just like Levi here. Catches the player unaware, gets the first blood.
Having an AMR, you're able to do that, but J-Tech not too far away either. We knew that this was going to kick off spicy, and that is exactly what is happening. Everybody looking to get into those early engagements, make it on happen. You mentioned how fast can you get your loadout and start moving. Let's remind everybody, we have these loadout crates on the map. You'll be able to hit those. You're just immediately grabbing those loadout guns, and if any of these players find them, they're going to be looking to get active.
Yeah, Skull already on 2 here is a huge win, especially on the outskirts of this map. Here on the far side of Docks, getting shot at from several angles, but does have a play. Ooh. Has a self-res, should be fine maybe here in the water if he doesn't get caught. Not. Yeah, it's my bad. 4NJs cleans him up. Now, reminder quick.
So chat, this is the Esports World Cup. This is solo seeding. So basically everyone plays the solos today and they earn points. So they'll probably break it down and stuff like that. But these are solo Rebirth right now. I wish we were there playing it, man. Fuck.
So you can't just
chat, where y'all watching the stream at? You guys at home, work, or school? Where y'all at?
Just trying to keep it going. You do have to kind of play your life a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. You have a timer once you fly back in. Once that timer is up, that means you then have Resurgence active again. So it's a fun kind of different aspect to solos. If you've been playing a lot of trios or quads at home, I know a lot of people are fans of Resurgence, specifically Rebirth Island. I love that this map is back. We get to have a chance to have an incredible tournament on it. But several kills flying through. You can look at the kill feed on the left-hand side. This is our amazing podcaster, by the way. The first time we've ever seen it on Rebirth Island. She's so beautiful.
This is tough. This is tough
podcasting. My first
podcasting.
time even being able to use it at all, so I am super excited. We get to see all these players who are about to go into engagements, like right now, where Rodrigo was trying to play on top of Bio, but Tommy is laying in wait. Gets a nice little couple shots in, gonna force him to go off as he just kind of maybe waits to play some of these staircases, tries to take the engagement from a different angle.
All kills all day, baby. We've got 40 out of 42 individual players still left in this lobby, so it looks like most players are pretty comfortable with the opportunity to come back into the game. That's Resurgence. That's how it's played. 2 players were eliminated quickly after they respawned, which means they cannot get back onto this map. Now, Hisoka, we asked him, was he going to be the top slayer on his team in the individual?
What is that guy doing?
First kill
what is that guy
on your screen. Nice
what
and
is
easy.
Rodrigo doing?
We go, and down goes a player. He said, no, it's not going to be me. It's going to be Shifty, or it's going to be Biffle, likely Biffle. He's the IGL, but he certainly can slay. If I remember correctly, I think he was a top slayer in the last competition I cast.
Correct, yeah. He was definitely top of the leaderboard when it came to. He's a very humble player, right? Like, yeah, I'm just the IGL, man. I don't have to be able to be a top slayer. It's A-okay.
Huskers got no kills yet.
Map over towards Tents, we do see Huskers get taken out. And not only is he taken out, that's a full squad wipe.
Yeah, if you see squad wipe, I believe
he's out the
that
game.
means they are like out of here. So Huskers' first game, I believe that's 0 for the man, and it looks like he went out maybe 3rd overall on the map. Now, got another map to go inside of this group competition. This is Group A versus Group B.
There's no hacks. These guys are on land.
Group C. So we're just going to get everybody playing each other. Going to see all the different fights that can happen, which players tend to land in certain areas and fight other players. I think at this point, though, it's kind of just a bad dash around the map, find kills without dying.
I do fuck with this layout. It's beautiful.
Yeah, map number 1, all about just trying to get your feet wet on this map. You can see Aydan trying to be able to take the advantage to Limax, but Limax kind of goes away, finds another one. Aydan hot on the heels, though. Not going to let him have that much success for that long.
Aydan, come on, turn up.
Getting put back into the Resurgence timer. Aydan looking to hold down the Tents area and makes
a LAN is they're all on setups. They have setups and they're playing in person. They're like
go find 2 people that are fighting and take down a weak opponent. That is the key to the game. You can see one about to fall here. No problem for Hard Traps on 4, by the way. Pretty early in this game. Pretty impressive as we take a quick look at the map. Very centrally located. Big question will be, where does the next zone pull to? These zones were very quick in Resurgence. These games are fast. 14-minute game time, all right? So don't blink too many times. You're going to miss too much action. Things are about to get real spicy real quick.
I love that you bring up the zone because, you know, when we're playing big map, yeah, you're trying to read where the zone's pulling and stuff. Rebirth, you're kind of just going with the flow, baby. There's really no way to kind of tell where that zone is going to pull. It's going to pull far left. It's going to pull far right. You have to just be able to think on your feet and adapt.
Yeah, speaking of thinking on your feet, I think a lot of these players had loadout weapons, maybe died, then came back because of the Resurgence
Jace got top
maybe
control.
Couldn't land on their loot because it was a little too sketchy. But I was gonna ask Dan, I really do think snipers are gonna have.
Yeah, so we did qualify, but we qualified for World Series. This is the Esports World Cup. This is not the same thing. They had no qualifiers for this. This was based off just random invites, in my opinion. So we didn't get invited to this, unfortunately.
Talked about it, so this makes sense. Take high ground, shoot the ducks out of the air. I mean, come on, why not? Let's get some free kills.
Yeah, that's something we've seen a lot in the past Resurgence tournaments, right? Is these players who are able to kind of hold height, and you're just taking down people coming off of Resurgence. It's free eliminations. I know we did just have that touch up to the car right
got
before the
10?
Esports World Cup, but realistically,
Oh, he's
you just have to hit your
teed.
shots with it now, and that's all that really matters. And we have the best of the best players here.
Oh,
that's gonna not be
shit.
a good challenge. But oh my God,
Wait a minute. We're just yapping. I look down. Is that 10
That is
Z-Smith
10.
on
Z-Smith got 10?
10 kills already, making 11, no problem at all. Z-Smith said, hey,
motherfucker
Coach,
might
I
go
was
for
looking for an
20.
interview from you, and you didn't get me during media day. What's going on? I was like, hey, just go win your games. Go win your ones, and don't worry, we'll talk more later. Apparently, that's going to be the case. My goodness.
God
11 in the first
damn.
map with still 30 players alive.
Okay,
Here's
thank you for the
thing,
membership,
though.
man.
Are we
This
surprised?
motherfucker
to
got
see a
11.
gun like Smitty on 11 right now. He kind of made his way onto the scene, being known as just this high kill slayer. And I know he's just making Rebirth his playground at this point.
See Biffle making a nice play around, looking for Mojo. There's going to be a little
Hey, Biff, what are you doing?
region-on-region violence at this point. Mojo, native to the area. Mojo, technically from Palestine team, local here in Saudi. Biffle representing the Falcons. Unfortunately, guess what?
Oh, no.
Third party, and who was it? By his teammate. Mojo cleans up Hisoka. Hisoka takes down Biffle. That's the nature of the game in these solo
invite
seeding
'cause you
rounds,
ruined
folks.
Rebirth?
You're fighting
Oh,
your
shit.
teammates.
On me.
Never know what can happen. Biffle's trying to play a little bit calm there. Maybe, take a different fight with his pistol
shit.
if he could. But unfortunately, Soka kind of third parties that fight and leaves Mojo just left alive to clean it on up. That's just free eliminations.
I love to see it. Frankly, that's the nature of the game. You're looking for third parties. Now, Z-Smith could have the biggest map of the day here in the very first one.
Dude, he has
Puts
13.
him in a blender, takes down hard Trevs, using the smoke as a visual cover,
Bro,
and then outplays
what
his opponent
the
by sliding
fuck
in
is Z-Smith
using
doing?
the parry. And frankly, another weapon that got nerfed very recently, still extremely efficient at taking down your opponents at close range. It won't be as strong at range, so watch out for that, especially as we get
This guy's fucking teed.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the question, right? With that kind of balance patch that did come in, were we going to still see everybody using this Superi? And it seems like a lot of players still opting for it. Obviously, for Z-Smith, it's working pretty solid so far. It's looking great. I love what he did here, though. He saw hard Trevs kind of come back in. This is something you and I talked about. Are there going to be players that would just basically farm some of these players coming back on in? Z-Smith's obviously feeling good. He wins that first gunfight against hard Trev, says, hey, let's go, round 2, bring it to me. I'm just going to farm you all day, baby. Give me the points.
Well,
Tommy has 5.
Especially in Warzone, just really at any level, any map, as it looks like Tommy might be about to fight Almond as well. Wiz gets another angle. Tom says, well, okay, I can't quite clean this up unless I full send, and is not going to let Wiz grab the advantage here. But again, could get shot from about 5 different angles at this point, and so I don't love the push, and I don't think he does either.
Smith got 14.
Yeah, Dan, I think this is the key, bro. Z-Smith, I mean, I don't want to hang out on him the entire time, but 14 kills
Nah, that's
in the
fucked.
first
What
map?
he's doing right now is crazy.
Almost 5K damage? What is this guy doing?
He is shooting his gun. We said there were players
He's
who wanted
shooting.
to get on land, and they wanted to shoot their gun, and that is what is happening. I love that he's been able to make this play at Harbor. Has felt like, hey, I've sufficiently played this area. Let me come back up here towards Factory.
Yeah, no one has the
kinda clear
sound
the sun out.
cheese.
If he can kind of make it back up towards that grandma's area, that is a very solid part.
To be honest, I wonder how different the audio is on land compared to like Art of War. Like, it's gonna be crazy.
Rather players on their respective solo teams dropping like
He's teed the
flies.
fuck
That
up right
number's
now.
down to 20 out of 42. Because at this point, folks, if you die, there is no coming back at all. There is no gulag, there's no resurgence, there's nothing. If you die, you're done. So gameplay here is now going to slow down. This is what we see from these players. They talked about it. It is hyper-aggressive, crazy action early, but when Resurgence falls, the entire map gets quiet, just for a couple moments, unless you have an angle. Wiz has taken the ultimate high ground. The problem is a lot of people can look up and shoot you at the same time.
Yeah, there's gonna be a
if
land
you're
for
not
World
careful, so
Series,
you're
yep.
gonna hang out for a little while.
Well, I think the extra hard part there, too, is that he's not up there with guns. It looks like we saw him get taken out by Tommy, I believe, and has now made his way to the top of the tower simply with a pistol. So you're kind of just holding up there. You're playing placements right now, right? Because as a reminder, folks, we do have some multipliers in effect here. So you can see there, first place, second 2 times, second
Who's now
1.7,
playing for
third
SSD? I believe it's
1.4.
Biff
so
and
even though you maybe might not be able to get much eliminations now, you can still kind of rack
Biff
up some
and
of those points if you make
Soka
it
are
deep
playing.
into the lobby.
I don't think
If you
Shifty's
have
playing.
watched a lot of Warzone competition, that is the key. Kills are everything. Placement helps, all right? It's a kill multiplier for what place you earn. So top 5 is what you're looking for in this competition. That is that 1.7x multiplier. If you do win the map, though, it is a 2 times multiplier on the number of kills you have. So if you're looking at ZSmith, if he doesn't get a single kill left in the game and he gets first place, that would be 28 points in the first map.
Oh, so it's
on Reaper's
times
Island.
2.
That is a
Wow.
ridiculous stat already, and I can only imagine if he's going to win, he's got to get at least 1 more. And I have a feeling, Dan, he might get a couple more.
Yeah, I think he's going to play really smart. That's one of my favorite parts of ZSmith particularly. You know, he's this hyper-aggro player, that's cool, but he knows how to make these plays. And as I say that, it looks like Wiz is up at the top. He has spawned back in with just a basic AMR. And he's able to go to work. That's gonna give
He
Wiz
wipes
5.
mid?
And as we say it, maybe a little bit of caster curse coming on in
He
here.
wipes
ZSmith on the
mid?
rotation.
No.
Still a fantastic map for ZSmith. I think there's a chance ZSmith actually still might be at the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah,
I mean, he
facts.
secured, I believe, inside 15th place. It looks like 12th place, which is a 1.4x in solos. 6th all the way to 15th place, all earn the 1.4x.
No.
And you can increase that at 1.7 as we get higher. But holding the edge of zone, Mojo here to prove something. Maybe enact a bit of revenge on his Middle Eastern brothers. Here local, trying to make a name for himself. Clapper falls. We are down to the final 10 and counting. 7 still on the map. Mojo, massive play on the edge. Wiz finally falls after jumping out of the lighthouse. We are down to the final 5. We've got a 1.7x multiplier, and it only gets better if you win it all. Jukeyz cleans one up on the far left, right-hand side. One more goes down. AJ out of here. Jukeyz cleans up 2, and we're down to the final 3, Dan.
Final 3 trying to play from around here. Loadouts are creating a little bit of a heady. Mojo has been able to fire out. Has that heartbeat sensor. Should hopefully get an idea. Maybe where did Z-Dart go? But he's looking behind him. Jukeyz might be coming in from around here. Can he be able to take this on down? Mojo using this heartbeat monitor to make sure that he can have the information he needs to maybe make a play. You're getting some shots come out as he tries to go through the rotation. They know Z-Dark's in here.
Yeah, and that's the key. Mojo's playing this near perfectly. You just wait until the other 2 players fight if you can get them to do so on the rotation based on the zone. Mojo's able to make it the zone as well, so the only player not on that zone is going to be Jukeyz.
Oh, shit. Come on, Jukeyz.
Here with our Codcaster, and he's going to move.
Come on,
Z-Dark.
Jukeyz.
It's a huge win for Mojo, forcing the equation. Mojo could come third party this. Third, second, it's all the same. It all comes down to winning the map.
How does Mojo not get the cleanup on that?
On the right-hand side, Z-Dark and Jukeyz trying not to get too aggressive here. They don't want to throw away their lives. Not too early. Z-Dark finds Mojo. He's going to open up an opportunity for Jukeyz in the zone. Can Z-Dark cut one down? Can he grab a second place, then make it a first?
Oh, no. He's going to get made. Oh, he got stuck by thermite. Oh, fuck.
Made their way out into the gas.
Oh, fuck.
Jukeyz, he just has to wait here. Can he be able to catch Mojo on this revive? No, he doesn't. Mojo gets the opportunity to get back on out.
Oh, 81. Holy shit.
Jukeyz takes the chow. He's a favorite on land.
Holy shit.
Game #1. Look at the excitement on him.
Wow, Jukeyz stands up and tells the folks at home, yeah, don't worry, I'm not washed. I still got it in me. Wins the first map. That is a 2x multiplier. Looks like about 14 to 16 points. Not too shabby, but it is worth mentioning, Dan.
He's teed. He's
had
teed.
14 kills, let alone with the multiplier. Now,
Jukeyz is
I'm pretty
teed.
decent at math, and I got to say, 1.4 times 14 is higher than 14. That's pretty easy math.